To the call given by the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, both Telangana Chief Minister and Kerala Chief Minister, Punjab, and including the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka and the opposition representative parties from the Orissa state have attended the call in Chennai recently and decided to urge upon the central government to freeze the delimitation process for another 25 years. While matters are going on this path, the editorial of the Deccan Chronicle has given a wider shape to the delimitation issue in its editorial today. That is, the proximity to the census expected to begin in 2026 was bound to raise concerns over delimitation. The redrawing of Lok Sabha constituencies to achieve a better ratio of elected MPs to the number of people they represent will not come without articles. The fact that so many states are concerned this time is illustrative of not only the polarized political environment but also reality of drastic changes that can come about delimitation. That the South is rising in unison now at the prospect of delimitation, last done in 1973 based on the 1971 census, when the seats were raised to the current 543 from 522 based on 1961 census, is indicative of how much can change the census counts taken as far apart as 54 years in the world's most populous nation. Assuming population stays as the sole criterion and proportional representation in MPs is fixed by the 2026 census, southern states as well as Bengal, Odisha, Punjab and smaller northern and northeastern states face a scary scenario in which their political presence will relatively dwindle in parliament as opposed to the more populous states like UP, Bihar, MP, Rajasthan, which stand to gain a number of seats in an expanded Lok Sabha. A projection based on an assessment assumed population of 140 crores or more in 2026 as it that value Tamil Nadu an assumed population of 140 crores is more in 2026 as it the while Tamil Nadu may gain 3 or 4 seats from its current 39. Uttar Pradesh may be electing as many as 140 MPs, substantially up from its current 80 and Bihar about 80 as compared to 40. Such calculations will be true most of the Hindutva belt, which as is known may prove beneficial only to the right-leaning nationalist parties and their bigger rivals, who will take a share of additional seats in a house of, say, 800 MPs. Is it a matter of wonder then the ruling DMK in Tamil Nadu has taken the lead to drum up opposition to representation based on population and a need to freeze the current ratio based on the 1971 census? The presence of top state leaders from the Congress camp in the Chennai summit against planned delimitation is only appropriate indicator of the party's stand, as can also end up as a big beneficiary is an expanded parliament because it has a wide base beyond the south. A consensual approach to the issue of delimitation, the biggest political but potato of the time, is a dire necessity despite the polarization. The confrontation approach will build up of the less popular southern states which can contribute 33% over to the national GDP are denied a fair hearing on what is a major reform. These issues have been hanging for a while without any response from the chief cause of the ruling dispensation. The delimitation exercise has the mandate of the constitution, but the larger question is whether representation of the population would continue to be the only criterion. Also, should not states which directly took after the people's civic needs, education, healthcare, etc., be granted bigger legislatures so that its people are better represented by more MLAs? The point in states are partners in a union of states set up, and notwithstanding with their political preferences, they must be heard in a meeting of all stakeholders. They cannot be discriminated against in any new delimitation exercise. They should not suffer because they have been progressive in controlling the population growth, for which they accept a smaller share of central tax revenues in a proportion decided by the Finance Commission. Hence, the editorial of the Deccan Chronicle is appropriately given the clear-cut pictures on the pleadings of the southern states, including smaller states in the northern and northeastern states. Hence, the government of India should press the demolition process for another 25 years. Thank you so much.